What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Amalgam Show. I'm one of your hosts, Keena Johnson, alongside Nathaniel Redden.
What's up, everybody?
What's the Amalgam Show about, mate?
It's about some memes, some dreams, and sweet teens.
No. 2 out of 3.
The Amalgam Show is where we talk about nerdy things and pop culture things that we care about.
Exactly.
Today's topic: Super Smash Brothers
And the Switch.
The Switch. Also, the Infinity War trailer. But we'll get to that.
We've got a couple topics. Because what we're into this week, I have a feeling we've been to a lot of stuff. Because we didn't have an episode last week in case you missed it.
I've been sick. And Keena's been bored and been online and buying things.
Calling me out. But first, we have some housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Be sure to check out our Dragon Ball Super discussion video. There is no pizza time this week. We've soft cancelled it, but we're going to do a finale, hopefully, maybe. And then, if you have any comments for the show, please, if you have any questions for the show, please comment below or email us at amalgamshow@gmail.com. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. What have you been into, Nathaniel?
What have I been into? This bottle. See? Look at that. I've been into it. It's been pretty good. It's empty now. I've been pretty into it. No. Okay, so what I've been into this week is 2 really big things. And it's been over the last 2 weeks because I've been sick and half working and all sorts of things. Been looking at jobs. It's been pretty cool. I've had I've had an interview already. I've got 2 to go so far. Been getting callbacks all day, so it's been pretty good. So hopefully some better quality gear on the show soon.
Hopefully.
Stay tuned for big memes and big dreams, sweet teens. But
need to put the kibosh on that.
We can call our audience the sweet teens. What's up, sweet teens?
No.
You're my teenage dreams.
No.
Okay. No, but the biggest thing I have been into is, I'm going to talk about it later. The first thing I've been into is I've been rewatching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I've already seen it once, but I believe I was probably half paying attention because I'm going back through and watching it now. I'm like, holy shit, what? This happened? I feel like I must have been playing a game at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't remember half of it, but I remember I watched all of it. But
how far are you through?
I think I have got 15 episodes to go.
Okay, so yeah.
So I'm pretty sure the last third of the season, of the series, is just the ending. They start to wrap it up 2/3 of the way. So 2/3 of the way, the first third is establishing Fullmetal Alchemist, what alchemy is, what they're looking for, everyone's motive sort of thing. Second half is everyone acting on their motives and being okay, this is happening, and then plot points and stuff. Third. I've already said, did I say half? I don't know. Third.
I think you've said third the whole way.
Okay,
I think
the last third of it is them just wrapping up everything and how they because they figure out what's going on, and this is them acting back, this is them fighting back against the enemy and shit.
Did you ever see Fullmetal Alchemist original?
I started watching it, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I know that it was very different. I watched some of it, and then I watched the movie that's based in the end. It was a big jump.
Yeah, because you need the ending. Yeah. You need the context of the anime's ending to understand what the fuck is going on in that movie.
It was real. I'm pretty sure they fucked up a lot of what the homunculus were.
Yeah, that's because the anime got ahead, and instead of doing filler, they just kept going and completely changed the ending, which is what the Game of Thrones books are doing.
Oh, really?
The Game of Thrones have gone past the books and making their own ending, even though they know the creator's ending. I don't know if they're going to stick to that, but it would be good. But people get older, anime characters don't. It would be good if they could, once the books come out, do what they did with Brotherhood, just redo the ending sort of thing.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen.
In the original, a whole bunch of shit, weird shit happens. They're oh, we came to this realm, this actual
they came to our world.
And they were oh, there's I think Envy came through, and Envy was actually a dragon in our world. She was she was a serpent dragon.
Yeah.
And it was based in World War II Germany.
That's right.
That was really messed up. One of Edward's assistant was a gypsy woman. It was really fucking weird.
Yeah.
His dad also, they explains his dad by being oh, my dad's in this realm, and that's why I haven't seen him for so long. And
Yeah.
Alphonse got his body back, but he doesn't know shit. No one can tell him anything or whatever. But he's like, I'm trying alchemy, and Alphonse gets really good. But he's like, I'm pretty sure when they get his body back, he's the same age as when he lost the body.
Yeah.
So like he's a lot younger than Edward when he comes back. But Edward can't do alchemy in our world.
Yeah,
he just
because
like
it doesn't
keeps
exist.
fireworks in his fake arm and shit. It's really weird. But I would suggest it because it actually still hit me in the feels, even though it was a really different ending.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Yeah, no, I've only seen original and that movie. I enjoy it. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen Brotherhood. I think I tried to watch it like straight after doing it. I'm like, I don't really want to go through this again.
Yeah. It's very different.
Yeah.
The starting is very similar, but the ending is very different.
The only thing I did really notice is that the pacing and like they straight up reanimate the whole thing, so
Yeah.
it's like different angles and stuff like that, and different dialogue. But other than that, like apparently Brotherhood is like a way more faithful adaptation of the manga, including the first part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Have you seen the live action movie?
yeah, that's what got me into it, actually.
Okay.
I watched the live action movie with Nina.
Yeah.
And she was like, I want to... Well, I said, do you want to watch the anime? Because she's like, you always talk about how the live action movies are shit. Actually, Brotherhood... the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. The movie for it actually was quite good. I didn't mind it. I mean, like... They got a lot of shit wrong. Like they will always do, no matter what they do, they will always get shit wrong because they're trying to condense like all of this into one bit.
Like,
but I feel like they're trying to do what they did with The Last Airbender, and they're trying to do books because they didn't really finish it off. They half did, sort of.
Okay.
They left it open a bit.
It's okay. Where did they finish it in terms of the plot?
They really fucked with the plot at the end. They had it all good. They were doing super well up until like right at the end.
Okay.
Because right at the end, they were like, oh, you know, the dude who turned his daughter into the Chimera? Yeah. They're like, oh, he actually survived, and Scar never was in it. Maze Hughes did still die, and that was like the last real thing that happened. That's the last thing that they stayed faithful for. After that, everything just changed. It was fucking weird. They claimed, instead of claiming it was one of the soldiers that killed Maze Hughes, they framed Colonel Mustang instead. So Colonel Mustang was the one that killed Maze Hughes, is what they framed him to do. There was very little alchemy in it. They didn't do much. The biggest thing that they did, like the thing that they overused like fuck, was Lust's nails. They kept on going, I'm gonna kill you with my nails. And they did that a ton. Like a ton.
Yeah.
They did too much. They also made so Colonel Mustang killed Envy and Lust. He killed Envy first and then he killed Lust. I'm pretty sure Gluttony died too, but I can't remember. But basically, we watched all of that. Super boring at the end, but really good during the start.
Okay.
They got Alphonse's armor.
That's like that was the thing when I was seeing the trailer. Like Alphonse's armor, the special effects that they did show looked
Mace
great.
Hughes looked like Mace Hughes.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was like they did the hair fucking right. They got Colonel Mustang pretty on point too.
Why would they like go so close and then just fuck it up at the end? It's like reminds me of. What's it remind me?
They also didn't have the Führer in it. They talked about him, but he wasn't in it. They made some general the main bad guy, and he's like, I've been planning this all along.
Yeah.
And they also made it so someone else tried to kill... the dude who turned his daughter into the Chimera, he was one of the main bad guys. And they made it so he was the one who created the Philosopher's Stones. They made it so that he was the one... Yeah, they did a bunch of... Like, they made him, like, the worst person. I mean, he is the worst person, but, like...
Well, he's a worse person, but
like, they didn't have any other bad guys in it. They had the General, that I never fucking heard of.
Yeah.
I think he's in the anime, but he's not a huge bad guy.
Yeah.
But he's, like, a bad guy, but they don't really talk about him.
Yeah.
And he's the main bad guy, and this is really weird. He takes, like, the part of the Führer, but then he gets killed straight away. They create like an army of homunculus basically, and they kill all the homunculus. Like it's so quick.
Weird.
But the Elric brothers do like barely anything, especially Ed. Alphonse does more than Ed. Ed uses alchemy like a maximum of 3 times in the entire series. In the entire movie.
Yeah.
But
That's so weird.
It was a lot better than things like Death Note, and it was a lot better than Evolution.
Yeah.
It was even way better than Airbender. They got the personalities right, and that's all that I can ask for.
Fair enough. You don't watch many Japanese adaptations of anime, do you?
No, really.
It seems like this is.
I
the
haven't
first
seen
one.
Ghost in the Shell either.
Yeah. I know a lot of. From what I've gathered, a lot of the Japanese live action adaptation do pretty much what you just said, like keep pretty close to personality, but just change some random shit for no reason.
It doesn't
like
make sense.
the Attack on Titan live action movies, they did part 1, part 2, and it sounds like you said that the end of it's open ended, and not really resolved. It sounds like, it sounds like what has happened in Attack on Titan movie 1, because the sequel just came out after that and wrapped up the rest of the first 25 episodes. I think that's what happened. Yeah, but obviously there's no sequel announced for it, so it doesn't make any sense. There are also like Japanese live action for Death Note.
Yeah.
There's like 4 movies.
Oh
like,
yeah, I've seen those.
There's like the part 1, part 2, which is the anime retelling in live action, and people enjoy them. The L movie, I think people really enjoy. Like, it's called L Change the World, and it's basically an L origin story, I think,
Okay.
or something like that. And then there's another movie, which I don't know what's about at all.
But pretty much, we watched that, and then I showed Nina the anime, and she's really enjoyed it. So we've been trying to get through it all, almost finished. The other thing I did was I finished Rime.
What's that like?
It's fucking sad. It's
Remind me again what the
really
gameplay
fucking
is.
sad. Okay, basically you're a little Indian boy and you run around, you solve puzzles.
Okay.
You don't really think much of anything until I think where I started going, hey, this is kind of... Like, I started thinking more about the game halfway through the first world. Like, okay, so like there's a few different worlds actually. Or different platforms, I guess you could say. The first part, you wash up on a beach and you're like, oh, well, you wake up in the water and you swim to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain, unless you just no, you do wake up on the beach. Sorry, very dumb detail. I shouldn't be spending much time on it.
Okay.
But basically, you're on the beach and you wake up. Oh wait, no, no, that's it. That's it. And then you go around and you collect like these fox stones, and then you go over to a fox statue, and then like you just start yelling at things. That's how you activate stuff. It's really weird.
Yeah.
And then you go exploring. You solve puzzles. But then during this, I would call it the second part, but it's still in the first world.
Yeah.
You start seeing drawings on walls and stuff of a man in a red cape and a boy in a red... a guy in a red cloak and a boy in a red cape. And I'm like, oh, there's a father and a son. And it looks like they're fighting in the pictures. And you keep on following this manly figure around who's in a red cloak. And it's just dark. That's all you can see. And the fox is usually with him, because the fox comes to life and like shows you where shit is. That's the whole point of the fox.
Yep.
And then, so like he'll be barking if he wants you to go a certain way. It would be like, oh, in here, basically. So it'll be standing in front of a door and start barking, and you'll be like, oh, okay, I'll go over there.
Sounds like the dog from Fable 2.
Yeah, sort of like that. And yeah, that's why I started to get to thinking, like, okay, there's a story here, and then like you'd see little things like there's statues of a man crying on the throne and stuff like. Well, it changes every world. There's always a man on a throne. Well, and the first one, you see a throne. Second one, you see a man on a throne standing proudly. Yep. Like, the guy's wearing a crown, the prince is wearing, like, a circle.
Lesser crown,
Yeah. And you keep on having these flashbacks to when you're on a boat and you're in a storm. Throughout the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And at this one point... you just keep solving puzzles, and then you get to the second world, and that's the first enemy you run into. Like, there's sort of enemies you don't fight, but you have to run from and, like, trick and stuff like that. The first enemy you run into is a bird that steals this orb that basically tells the time of day. So you've got to go around and create a storm using these windmills and stuff. So, because every time you walk out into the sun, the bird starts to get you. Like you can feel it and you can see it on the screen that it's coming, and then you have to like go into the shade, and then it's like, no, it's not there. And then you run out again, you have to do the same thing.
I think you're up to this part last week and you're extremely frustrated.
Yeah, I didn't like it. But Reese came over and he was like, oh, what's this? And I played it again and I finished that bit and I got really into it. basically the bird does that a lot, and then you defeat the bird, you put the orb back where it is, and then you can go into the next part. The third world is the fucked up bit. That's where I started going, what the fuck is going on? It fucks with your mind, so you can go through a door and it'll lead you somewhere else. Like, so there was like, the first thing you see is like this hallway, and you go down it, and you can go all the way to the end and then go up these stairs and go all the way around, and then you're back where you were.
Yep.
And I did that a couple of times, like, what the fuck is going on? Then I went through a door, and then it led me to like up here on the other side, but I only walked forward. Or I'd be walking up and then I'd end up down. And I'd got really confused at that. Then I'd figured out what I have to do is walk in and then go backwards for a lot of it, and then it would trick the system into like me being somewhere else.
Yep.
And I did that for a bit, and then you discover a new friend who's like a robot. The fox is still sort of around.
Yeah.
You make a robot, and the robot helps you solve puzzles, and then you find out that the robot is actually shaped like a key that unlocks doors.
Cool.
And in World 4, the robot that you make unlocks the last door that you need opened. Because there's a bunch of them that unlock doors.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you bring a lot of them back to life and they come around and they unlock all the doors.
That's like recall.
Yeah, it's really... the robot acts a lot like the dog bird does in The Last Guardian.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to, like, call it and, like, throw balls and stuff and it'll go over there. Yeah, it was really sad when you saw that, because when you realised what the robots were for, you were dreading that moment. As soon as because they die. As soon as they go into the door, they die and the door opens and splits them in half.
Fuck, okay.
And you were dreading that moment, and you knew it was coming, and he opens the last door, and it goes into a cutscene where the little boy runs up and grabs its leg, and he goes, "No! No!" And then the robot kicks him off, and he goes into the door, and the door opens, and then you realise you got to do something similar to how you brought the fox in, but it's not fox statues this time, it's little boy statues. And you go around and you activate all the little boy statues, and then you do the same thing that you did with the fox, except the fox then goes into the statue and disappears forever. And that's like even more heartbreaking, because like it's just me now, and there's like all these darkness people around you, like these leech looking dark figures.
Yeah.
And they're sort of like representing the people of the kingdom. And then when you activate that stone and the fox goes into it, you get covered in stone, and then you have to move the joystick a lot, and then you break out of the stone and you're a really dark figure with a red cape, just like the guy in the cloak. Yep. But you're the little boy with the red cape, and you walk around, you do the same thing, and then you have another flashback to the boat. And before, in the flashback to the boat, in one of the other flashbacks, you were the little boy, and you see the old man get knocked overboard. You grab a hold of his cloak, and it rips off. And that's your cape. That's where you find out that's from. But then later on, you have another flashback. And you're the man. And then you see the little boy. And the little boy's in a raincoat, which is red. And the little boy gets knocked overboard. And the guy runs over and grabs the little boy, but he misses. And the little boy dies. So you find out that the entire game was about the little boy going into the afterlife.
Okay.
Like, because there was the maze as well, which is a huge thing in the afterlife. There was a desert, there was a beach, like you washed up on the beach as well, and you fell into the water.
Yeah.
That's how you died.
Yeah.
So it's super sad. Like, when you realise it all comes together, and you're like, holy shit. And then right at the end, you're the dad, and you're in the house, and you're sitting on a chair, which is the throne. And you get up from the chair, and you can't go into anywhere else except there's a room that looks like a child's room at the end of the hallway, and you have to walk all the way down the hallway into this room, and you see on the bed is a plush toy that looks exactly like the fox that you used.
Fuck.
It's so fucking sad. Nina was crying so much, and I was having to hold back tears myself. It was super sad.
Fuck.
But then you look out, and then there's a lighthouse as well that looks like the tower in Rime. So like everything was from the boy's imagination, and he was going into the afterlife.
Jesus fuck. Not surprised.
Right at the end, he also jumps into a deep black hole, which is like him going into the portal of the afterlife. Yeah.
Fuck.
And the keys were the gatekeepers to heaven. was sort of...
Jesus.
Yeah, it was really dark. Like, that's how I haven't, like, looked anything up, but that's how I interpreted it. I was just like, holy shit, that's really sad. And now, if you think about it, if the kid knew that the whole time, he wasn't holding back the robot because he didn't want him to die. He was holding back the robot because he didn't want to go.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's really sad. Like, when you realize it all, it's just like, holy shit. But yeah, that's what I've been into.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, I watched the Tomb Raider movie. Wow, okay. But no, seriously, I watched the Tomb Raider movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
Again, it's kind of like the Full Metal Alchemist movie in terms of, like, there's a lot that they stick to, but there's a lot that they don't. Like, the start, like, Lara Croft is usually a millionaire, and she sticks with that money. And in the new reboot, she goes to university and sort of convinces her, like, the program that she's on to go to Yamato, the island that her father went missing on. And she's like, no, I just want to do it for my research paper. My dad's there. Like, that's the whole kind of motivation. I
love the Tomb Raider movie memes. How it's like Tomb Raider and it's just got triangle tits.
Yeah. This one, in the movie, she's just a regular uni kid who doesn't have any of her inheritance. In fact, like, the whole point of the movie is that she doesn't want to sign over the inheritance because that's admitting her dad's dead. And she doesn't believe that's what's happened. Like, she's basically an Uber Eats bicycle rider.
Okay.
She's doing stuff and she races other people for like $500, but she crashes into a car and she goes to hospital. No, police. She doesn't even go to. She crashes into a cop car. Which is weird. She should have been in a hospital, not a cop place. Anyway, and then she's finding like, she's about to sign over the inheritance, but the lawyer gives over something first, and it's a Japanese puzzle thing. So she solves it pretty quickly, and then pop, she's like, a clue, and she doesn't like. She's only supposed to get that after she signs it, but she like runs off with it. This is spoilers for Tomb Raider, which watch it if you want to. And then what else happens? And then she finds her dad's like hidden like office in the crypt. He's just like, oh, my dad's button pushes the R, here comes the key, put the key in. That was in the Japanese puzzle. So she puts in the key, oh, my dad's stuff down here, and dad leaves like a camcorder message like, burn all my research, otherwise the bad guys will get it and use it for bad things. She's like, nah, I'm gonna use it to find dad. And then so she goes to Hong Kong, finds a boat, gets on a boat, goes to the island. And then, oh no, a storm, which is what happens in the game. Like, all that other stuff that I just mentioned doesn't happen in the game. She just rocks. It sort of starts with the storm in the game. And then she lands up on the island and then, like, oh no, I've been captured by bad guys. And then the plot is similar to what happens in the game. Like, oh no, I've been captured by bad guys, gotta escape. Oh no, I'm falling down a river. Gotta save myself. Oh, here's a plane. The plane keeps falling to pieces because it's rusted. And then the rest of the movie's like it does the first kill as well, which is impactful in the movie, but in the game she has to kill a deer first for food, and then she kills a human. I mean, it's like fuck, like it's also for survival, but for very different reasons. It's like that's what the game does very good, is that it is a survival game. And then spoilers, the dad's alive in the movie.
But he's not in the game.
He's never been alive in the games. Even the old movies, I think. Like, Angelina Jolie just kept seeing images of him, but he was dead the whole time. But you know, like, he's there and he's just this hobo and he's like, ah, you didn't burn my research. He's like, I'm gonna kill everyone. And then try to do that. They go to a tomb and they beat the tomb, they raid it, kill the bad guys, the tomb falls down, and pretty much the whole movie. It takes itself too seriously. Like, it's meant, like, it's basically an Indiana Jones ripoff. Like, that's what it should be. And Indiana Jones movies are fun. This isn't fun. This is like, and it's so very, like, heartless as well. Like, no one, except for the actors, like no one. This is a very up by the books movie. It's not a bad movie. It's well put together. It functions as a movie, but I can't recommend anyone watch it unless you are a fan of the Tomb Raider movies. Just reboot, just to see the characterization. Yeah. The only other thing that I like, they kind of cut out the supernatural stuff, which is what Rise of the Tomb Raider did. Like, they play down the supernatural stuff because, like, it's all about this Japanese goddess Himiko, who has a curse. But in this is like, it's just it's people in ancient Japan thought it was a curse. Like, it turns out she just had a virus. She was a carrier of a virus, and she was immune, but she would touch people and it would spread. And that's what the curse is.
Okay.
Whereas, like, her best friend in the game was the descendant of Himiko, so she got powers of the goddess at the end, and you're like, oh no, you save her, blah 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 blah. And in the game, they do an interesting thing where we can't get off the island. We've tried, like, people have tried, and it never works. Like, planes would try to leave, and like they would get struck by lightning. Or like another storm would happen and like drown ships. In the movie, the dad's like, she won't let us leave. Himiko. And like the helicopter lands. They're like, give us the helicopter. They get in the helicopter and it just flies away at the end of the movie. I'm like, I guess you needed to wrap up the story, but not what happened in the game. Because yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Interesting movie. I can't recommend it, but if you want to watch it, it's an action movie.
Yeah.
It's probably a good Netflix movie, just to put it on and do something else, like an assignment. Tomb Raider. Next thing I've done is I bought the Dragon Ball Super manga, and I'm mostly through the second volume. They're pretty. They're rushed. Like. Yeah. There's a part in the Battle of Gods thing, I told you this earlier, where they do the whole, like, they skip over Bulma's birthday party, but they have like an asterisk to say, if you want to know what happens in Bulma's birthday party, watch Battle of Gods.
Yeah.
Which is not how you tell stories. Like, comics do that, but not manga.
No.
Yeah.
The Dragon Ball's always been like sort of almost its own genre. Like, they've never really followed the rules of anything.
The original manga did.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, if you were just to read the original manga, that's its own story.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything else. It's only the anime where it's like, watch this movie. Well, the movies don't. Well, no, sorry, the movies do have impact between the Garlic Jr. movie and the Garlic Jr. arc.
Yeah.
Anyway, and Dragon Fist, I guess. Excuse me. I think that's it. There's like a couple. It's just too rushed.
Yeah.
But manga is faster than anime, but
yeah,
not this fast. Like, the ending of the Universe 6-7 tournament, literally montage. Like, Goku beat hit, and then it's montage. Here's the wish. Everyone's happy. We go back. This is what the wish was. Like, blah, blah, and then it's done. Goku Black Saga starts.
Damn.
Like, whoa. Okay. I also bought the Jaco, the Galactic Patrolman. Haven't read it yet, but I'll get to it. Watch the Aladdin musical.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, like...
Canon.
It's not canon. It's an adaptation of the movie, which is an adaptation of myths. But no, it's like really good. It has songs in it that weren't in the movie, but were written for the movie. Like, Proud of Your Boy.
Okay.
It's like cut from the movie. It's about like Aladdin's parents died before the movie, and he's like, I just want to make you guys proud. Obviously cut from the movie. There's another song that was like in there, but they added into the musical. It's all very fun. Genie's really good. Aladdin's really good. Everyone's like super fit because they're all basically either wearing vests or like belly shirts or like dresses.
Yeah.
Like
they have to be
midriff stuff.
Yeah.
So everyone's cut. You're like, holy shit, and super fit because they're dancing the whole time. There's this funny part where Genie does the like 10-minute number of "You Ain't Ever Had a Friend Like Me." 10 minutes long, and then he does like he falls down, he's like, and then huffs and puffs for like a good 60 seconds. Like, I think it's in character and out of character, because that is a exhausting number. Like, he makes the joke about Ipswich. I don't remember the joke, but it's pretty good. He makes the whole like Tim Tam joke as well. Like, you know how we had the Genie Tim Tam ads for a while?
Yeah.
He made like, I ate too many Tim Tams. Like, could I stop? No. Or something like that. Yeah, Genie breaks the fourth wall quite a bit. What else was there? Yeah, I enjoyed all I think the weakest actor was the woman who played Jasmine. She just doesn't really do much.
Okay.
Apparently, the people seen it in like Sydney and Melbourne, and the actress I had there was like much better. She had a better presence, but I can't comment on that too much. What's the other thing? They did the magic carpet ride, which was good. Very interesting how they did it. One of my things was that, oh no, why isn't Abu in the movie? Like, it's really hard to do monkeys. And I think my own, like, as much, and I was thinking, like, through the second song, I'm like, as much as I'm loving this, I kind of want to be seeing a Hercules musical now.
Yeah.
Because I prefer Hercules over Aladdin, and the guy kind of sounds like Hercules' singing voice. Yeah, because you could do like the three muses from Hercules as the genie type character. Yeah, no, it's very good. If you have the money, I recommend watching it, but it's like $200 a ticket, so
fuck,
it's a little expensive, but it's kind of worth it. The seats at QPAC though are really tight.
Yeah,
and they fucking
no doubt.
Like, that's what kind of sucks. You get shitty
What did I
seats.
see? I saw Warhorse at QPAC. That was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, when that was out. I've seen a lot of stuff at QPAC. I also saw Wicked.
Yeah.
When that was out. That was really good.
This was the first musical I've seen, like a professional. I think I've seen like school musicals before, but this was the first one I've like professionally seen.
When they're really professional, they're actually really nice.
Yeah.
Really good. I've seen The Lion King live as well. That was really good.
I think I wanted to see that, but that was a time where I had no friends and no money.
Okay.
But yeah, no. But now I want to see a Hercules one, like Disney's Hercules, because that would be great for me. I can't think of what else would be great. Little Mermaid would be very interesting to see because everyone's in fins. You just have people on strings as well, but that's a nightmare.
Yeah.
There's other stuff you could do.
Tangled fishing line.
Everyone's just. But you know, yeah, I'll talk about Nier first. Nier Automata, finished it, talked about it last time. Super existential. I think I was telling you last time that it's all about like whether robots have emotions.
Yeah.
And they just fucking carry that through, like all the way to the end. To the point where you have pods, which are just like basically guns, and they like do like, and they put stuff on your map and all that. So they get to the end, and like one of them starts to develop emotions. And you're like, holy fuck! Like, it's just like, and they aren't like throughout the whole game they aren't indicated to have emotions at all. Whereas like the robots are like, we will kill you because you killed Papa thing. There's like people trying to protect their king. It's all just, it's. I understand why it was some people's game of the year last year, but I don't know. It's very good. It's my game of the year so far, but I haven't played anything else. Yeah, there's 26 endings. I have all but 4. Because a lot of them, like, there's 5 like story endings, and the rest are like, oh, if you fail this is what happens. Like, if you eat a fish, or your like blood will get clotted up with oil because you aren't meant to actually eat. Or if you leave this actual battle, you're like, oh, this happened. Like people fought without you and they died. End of game. Stuff like that. The final story ending, you fight the credits.
Really?
Yes. There's a hacking mini game which is pretty prevalent in the game. It's like you basically like twin stick shooter and then press R1 to shoot. That's it. You're fighting like that gameplay mechanic, but with the credits. And if you're playing online, you die like 5 times because it's really hard because they just keep shooting stuff that you can't block or get rid of. So you die 5 times, and then you say, do you want to continue and bring in friends? And you're like, yeah. And then, so other people will send in their little hacking bots, and now you have like 6 hacking bots, which shoot 6 times the amount of bullets, and that just gets rid of everything. And if one dies, another one will come in. So you're immortal until you can finish the credits, and they're long credits. It's fucking like,
God.
I'm fighting in the credits. Yeah. And I'm gonna get the platinum trophy. I'm like 5 trophies away from that, so... And that involves getting all the endings and a couple of other things. Fishing. And then I played a D&D campaign last night. It was a one-shot. Boy, that was great.
Yeah.
I was a Dragonborn paladin. Didn't really have much to affect on the story. Basically, we went to a temple that gnomes created. Gnomes were basically like Skyrim dwarves in terms of like they created like all this cool technology, then they abandoned it. So we're going through, we're solving puzzles, we're collecting orbs, and that's making a light. And then we're like, okay, cool, we collected all the lights. We will put our hands on like certain things, like I chose shield, people could choose swords and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, oh shit, we're in a rising platform. And then we get up, and then we're in a giant mech. Like a gnome stone golem. We basically became a Voltron / Megazord.
Well,
and yeah, and like our DM put on like Power Rangers music because we put our hands on it at the same time, which is what our DM said, and then I said, oh, it's like Power Rangers, they're putting our hands on the thing. He's like sort of flinched, but I didn't take too much notice of it. And then as we're rising, getting into this mech, we're just like, it's fucking Power Rangers, it's Voltron, we're getting to a Jaeger. And that was hype. And then because there were 5 of us, and we all controlled like the head, one arm, another arm, and then
the legs.
Leg. Yeah, I was shield. Like I could create a barrier. That was my power, and I could also hit punch. I was fine, and we got to fight a 5-headed Hydra. That was like the size of us. Like we're super big. We're like it's Pacific Rim size characters. Okay. So we're just like fighting. We're just like, Phew! Like we cut off its head because we're like, oh, maybe we can cauterize it, because we couldn't figure out how to cauterize it. We tried lightning, it didn't work. So 2 heads. So we're like, fucking like. So one person just threw it into the lake behind us, and then I put the barrier on top of it and just started squishing it down. And then our other character, I think they were the head. And they struck lightning into the lake, which did double damage. So we just like, and then the final thing was like we just froze the lake, and killed it that way. So basically now, and then we were stuck in there because our legs were in the water. So basically, there's a giant golem and the ice statue Hydra there behind this like quaint little town. It was really intense and really fun. There was one other bit. But yeah, no, that was basically it. It was really fun. We're like, oh yeah, there's puzzles, blah, 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 blah. And then, yeah. Jurassic.
I've always wanted to try D&D.
It's fun. You need a good DM.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes some people just like, I'm doing this. They get too into it and like forget other people are playing. But that's just the people you play with. But you know, it was really, really fun. It was the one shot. I'm probably going to use my character again for something. But I don't know what for.
Okay.
Sorry for taking up so much time, but I did a lot and they were all really good. I enjoyed the experiences I had, even if it was Tomb Raider.
Just quickly check how much time we've used.
Yeah, good idea. 40 minutes.
Alright, we're good. Let's keep going.
You want to talk about the Avengers Infinity War trailer?
How about you take us off?
Avengers Infinity War is the 19th movie in the MCU. MCU.
Mems.
The MCU. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to ask for a specific question. Are you excited for the movie?
I am. After seeing that, I am.
Yeah.
The first trailer, I was like,
it's a trailer.
It's definitely just a movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, it reminded me a lot of just Justice League. And I was like, yeah, someone's coming and they're gonna fight. And,
yeah, you're not wrong.
And I was really hoping it's not gonna be Justice League, but then I saw this trailer, and I'm like, holy shit, quips from Quill. That's gonna be good. Yeah. But I don't think there's gonna be too many. There'll be like that one and maybe 2 others because they don't have much time. So it'll be like that. And then I think some people are going to die.
I know some people are going to die. And, like, I will be willing to bet money on it that people are going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite... Wish them back with the Dragon Balls.
Sorry?
Just wish them back with the Dragon Balls.
Well, that's pretty much what's going to happen. The Infinity Stones can do anything. Especially the Time Stone. Like...
Oh, well, yeah.
You know, that's always the, like, thing is that, like, Time Stone, reverse everything. We could reverse to Iron Man 1. Like... We could reverse to Captain America, World War 2. Like... It's all a bit... That's why the Infinity Stones are such a, like, OP weapon. But... Need to collect the Dragon Balls, I guess. What am I going to say? My favourite scene in the trailer was when Cap caught the Infinity Gauntlet. Because Cap's my favourite character to begin with.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, like, this is... Thanos is God tier in that universe.
Yeah.
He's not Celestial tier, but he's God tier. And so... But... Yeah, so him holding that is great. And Thanos going, what the fuck?
That was cool.
Yeah. What was your favourite part?
That was one of the best ones. I also liked where he's like, I'm Peter. And then he's like, I'm Doctor Strange. Like, oh, we're using our made-up names? In that case, I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I like that. I liked also how they brought in a lot of new costumes. They...
Marketing.
They didn't show much of Thor, but what they did show of Thor was pretty cool. I'm sure it's just what people liked from...
Ragnarok. I'm worried Thor is going to die in the prologue because we haven't seen him on Earth because he meets the Guardians.
Yeah.
But the Guardians, we've seen them on Earth, but we haven't.
I feel like Thor's going to die at the start too because if he was with everybody else, I don't think Thanos would stand too much of a chance because it's like it's Thor plus everyone else. But if it's just Thor alone, he's going to die. Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like Thor and Hulk are the only people who can really give Thanos a run for his money.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like...
If they give Peter Quill any sort of power like he had in Guardians 2, then yeah as well, but I don't think they're going to give that back to him.
No, because that's celestial power, and that definitely overcomes God strength. Yeah. No.
Be cool if he goes Ultra Instinct. I reckon if they did anything like that, that's how they would do it. It would be like, oh, yeah, he got knocked out and then he did something really cool for a bit, but it won't be like... If they did bring it in, it wouldn't be anything that would affect it so much. It wouldn't be like a killing blow or anything. It would pretty much just be Peter Quill going around doing something that helps out a bit and then allows someone else to jump in and do something. Yeah. I'm worried that if Thor doesn't die, they're going to nerf him because you've seen Ragnarok? No, I haven't.
Okay.
I've been really bad at keeping up with my movies. Haven't seen Ragnarok, haven't seen Black Panther.
Definitely see Ragnarok. Black Panther's good, but it'll be hard to watch it.
Yeah.
You could maybe go to a theatre and just watch it. It'll be no one else there, but... I
meant to watch it ages ago, but every time I've tried to go, there's always been something that stops me.
In Ragnarok, spoilers, he gets God mode.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Basically, like, he's constant lightning. It's when you click the triggers in a video game and you kill everyone with one shot, it's that. He can do that, and it's fucking awesome. What I'm worried is that they're going to strip that away from him, and I fucking hate when movies do it a lot.
Yeah.
They like, oh, you this really cool thing, we're just going to get rid of it. Like,
they do that a lot. Yeah,
I can't think of any other examples, but I know it happened a lot, especially in these kinds of movies. Like, they did it with Peter Quill. Like, he's some celestial powers. Oh no, his dad's dead, so now he doesn't have them.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been ridiculous if he kept him, but like, keep some of them.
Yeah.
Maybe he can fly.
Because it is half him. Like, that's...
They do hint that he can learn these powers again, because his dad just grants it to him flat out. And then they do hint that, like, he can earn these back. But, yeah. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, he doesn't have that in the comics, so he doesn't have that power.
No,
he's like a
son
Spartan.
Of just a random. Yeah.
He's like a
Spartan is the race. His dad is Jason.
Yeah.
Jason.
He's just really strong for a human, basically.
Yeah.
He's like not as strong as a Spartan, but he's got the heart of a human, so that counts, right?
Yeah.
That's how it always goes.
Alrighty. Moving on. Nintendo Direct. Nintendo had a Direct, and they announced pretty much what they're doing for like the first 4 months of the year
Yeah.
with the Switch. That includes like Dark Souls remastered port, a bunch of other stuff I can't remember. But the big one, they were doing like I was watching the direct live, and they're like, "Oh, here's Splatoon 2. Here's a new map." And like, this is really boring. I don't give a fuck about Splatoon 2.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool how they like.
And then like,
teased
so
Splatoon.
the next trailer starts, but it's still Splatoon. Like, you're like, okay, what's gonna happen? But it goes on for a bit too long. You're like, are they doing Smash? I think no, they're not doing Smash. And then they're like, and then the logo like comes up, like, and then you see it in the eye, like, holy fuck! But I don't really know the Smash logos. I'm like, that's fire, that's something. I don't know what that is. And then Mario and Shadow comes up.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck! And then Breath of the Wild Link Shadow
Yeah.
pops up. I'm like, oh fuck! And then Smash Brothers Super.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck. That got me hype. I am now officially buying a Switch.
Yeah,
Hopefully soon.
I'll be doing that.
Did you see the trailer?
Yes.
What did you think of the trailer? Like, you just saw that
Well,
as a
I
trailer?
didn't watch it thinking that it's something else. I thought I knew it was going to be Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, because it's like
But-
Super Smash Bros. Trailer. I just watched. It was like an E3. Like, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, what's this trailer gonna be? That's always my favorite part of E3. Just like, what's gonna happen next? Is this thing? No, it's this other thing.
And everyone's like, oh.
Sometimes, it's what the fuck?
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4?
But
Yeah.
no, I didn't know what Splatoon was for a bit. Like I knew of Splatoon,
Yeah.
but like I haven't really looked at it. I haven't thought about it.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
everyone just made memes about how people wanted to fuck the characters in it, and I was like,
Overwatch for Nintendo.
all right. But as soon as I started watching, I'm like, oh yeah, I can get into this. And then I think what really got me hype is when she turns around and then there's the Smash Brothers.
Fire in her eyes. Yeah.
I was just like, fuck yeah.
Yep.
I think it's really cool because they're introducing their newer shit, and that's how they've like done it. It's like, this is new, and this is Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
And they're just like, holy fuck.
This might be the first game that actually has like what the console is in Smash Brothers, because Smash Brothers usually does bring stuff in from the previous gen.
Yeah.
I don't know many examples because I'm not versed in Smash, but like this time, like if Breath of the Wild Link, it's not necessarily Odyssey because it doesn't have Cappy by the looks of it, but
Yeah.
that could change. And we don't know any other characters. I assume the Splatoon characters are Smash characters.
Yeah. They're gonna be. That like they've already teased that
Yeah, like they were the people who opened the trailer, so I
Yeah.
assume they're in the trailer.
in the game.
Yes, sorry.
I saw Bowser and I saw Donkey Kong
Yeah.
in the fire.
Yeah.
But they're the only ones I could really make out.
Yeah.
Metroid has to be in it. That's a classic.
Samus.
Samus.
Yeah.
I mean, and then
Next thing you'll be calling Link's Zelda.
you mean Link? You mean Zelda? You mean Peach?
Yeah, no, I think it sucks because this is a new game. They haven't actually officially announced it, but from people, the logo is different. Bandai Namco had nowhere anywhere near it,
Yeah.
which they made Smash 4. And they have HAL Laboratories as like Nintendo / HAL Laboratories copyright 2018. So they're working on it, which means that this is Smash 5. At the moment, it's only Super Smash Brothers working title, so it could be. Who knows what it's going to be called?
Super Smash Brothers Switch, probably.
It'll be called. I think it'll have it like a melee, subtitle like melee or brawl,
Super
because
Smash
Smash 4
Brothers.
Revolution.
Super Smash Brothers. Most angriest.
Ultra Instinct.
This is Goku.
That's the thing. Like, he's not a video game character though, because a lot of people are like, oh, I'd love for this character, but like people have noticed that only Japanese characters have only been in Smash.
Who did they think was going to be in Smash recently? Was it Crash Bandicoot. I was going to say Brash Candicoot, and I was like, I was trying so hard to flip those letters back around.
That is a theory, but people have debunked that by saying they didn't do Japanese stuff. But because Crash is coming to the Switch, but it's also coming to PC and Xbox.
Yeah.
But they just announced it first for Switch. That was the thing, like, they could bring in Crash, because we never got him in PlayStation All-Stars.
They could do it for a DLC. People would buy that. Yeah. They'd be like...
Well, that's the thing, like, they seem to have gotten most of their, like, external characters for Wii U through DLC, like Bayonetta, Cloud. I can't think of anyone else.
How many people do you reckon, if Crash did come to Super Smash Bros. Raw, or Super Smash Bros.
Smash.
How many people do you reckon would do like a Sonic Mario Crash fight? If Spyro was in it, then there'd be a full.
We need like another one. I can't think of Xbox. Like
Halo, Master Chief.
Yeah, that's the only one. Or Blinks the Cat, or Marcus Phoenix, or the Fable guy.
Collection. What, sorry? The Fable guy.
Yeah, I just can't think
Fable Heroes. They would just do like the Heroes Party version. They just have like them switch out like Pokemon Trainer.
Ew.
I'm Reva.
Because that's like the thing that's gonna suck, is that Wii U had such a really good roster, except like 1 billion Fire Emblem characters.
Sackboy.
They murdered Sackboy, which sucks.
Yeah, it's sad. But yeah, no, I agree with you. There's far too many Fire Emblem characters in that fucking game.
Yeah.
They were just like, oh yeah, this is a game. Have it.
I don't know why they...
I remember like playing... I even played Fire Emblem games. And then like when it got to Super Smash Brothers, I was like, who the fuck are these characters? How did anyone know who they are? I was just like...
I think the idea is that you go like... Because that was the initial, like, in Melee, they had a Fire Emblem character. People like, who is this? Oh, he's from Fire Emblem. What is Fire Emblem? And then they go and play Fire Emblem games on the GBA at the time.
Yeah.
Now Fire Emblem's one of like Nintendo's biggest handheld games, and now it's like, let's put all of them in here, and just like, no, can we have actual other characters like Dry Bones?
Dry Bones.
Dry Bones is like,
oh yeah, gotcha. The skeleton from Mario. Yeah. Got him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
Detective Pikachu. We need him.
Yes. Not Pikachu, Detective Pikachu. That would be awesome.
Starring Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, that's the movie. So
you want to make something funny? Put Ryan Reynolds as the main character. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Didn't work for all of his other movies.
I don't know. Green Lantern was fucking hilarious. Green Lantern is the best movie of all time. Okay, better than Thor Ragnarok. Better than Avengers 7. It's coming.
Oh yeah, I know that.
You know it's coming. You know they gotta do it to you. Better than X-Men 3: The Last Stand.
I think you can make an argument for that, but be an interesting argument.
Where the fuck did you come from, Gene? I don't know. Green Lantern. Where'd that come from?
So what I think is gonna happen around E3. Smash is going to get a proper like reveal. Like, here's 5 characters. Here's the name, and then like each fortnight they'll release. Here's a new character. Here's a new stage. Here's a new character. Here's a new stage. Because that's how fighting game marketing works.
Yeah.
And then it'll be released maybe December 14th, same day as Dragon Ball Movie 20. That'd be weird.
Very exciting day if it was.
Yeah. And then I think also around E3 is when we're going to get the Pokemon news.
Pokemon news?
Yeah. I don't know if it'll be...
I want a Pokemon game on Switch so bad.
They've announced it. It's coming. Like, it's official.
I want to play games on my fucking TV. It's what I wanted since I was a child. I just want to fucking... Look.
Oh, fuck.
I'll just be like, hey, I want to see Pikachu up there. Okay?
But Pokemon Colosseum! Pokemon Snap!
Pokemon... These are gay. But, no,
There's other Pokemon games, I can't take it for now. But yeah, no, that's all anyone's ever wanted.
Final Fantasy Advance.
That's a game.
I know, have you played it?
Yeah, it's just Final Fantasy 1 remake.
There's like a weird one. Yeah. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I just
Yeah.
had like a flashback.
Final Fantasy 1 Advance and Final Fantasy 1 Advance good.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 2, I don't like Final Fantasy 2.
Is that the one? What am I thinking of the same one where it was like a strategy game?
No, that must have been, Final Fantasy Tactics.
That's the one. I played that. That
Yeah.
was fun.
I played a little bit
Ish.
of Tactics.
It was fun-ish.
Yeah.
It was interesting. And then like I remember like I'd play like maybe 3 levels and like be like, yeah, this is good. And then it got really fucking hard out of nowhere and I was like, what the fuck?
Tactics games do that. Like
It's just like,
XCOM.
oh yeah, this is cool. Like I have this and I have this. Just like fighters with like the fucking
halfway through the second arc, yeah.
Well, like you get up to this point and it's just like, oh, my moves actually matter now. And it's like, where did this come from? What the fuck, Margin Boo? Stop taking over Vegeta and shit. Like, dude, I'm just trying to... And then you go fight them and it's just like, they don't give you a chance. Like, you literally like, okay, I'm gonna fight. And then they're just like, and then you're fucking dead and you're like, this is an online match? Is this Evo? What the fuck's happening?
You just suck at games.
Yeah.
But tactic games are very much like that. But Pokemon, that'll be when they announce that and show the trailer. I'm like, it's fucking Woolies and Coles. It's gonna be the best game ever.
Pokemon, Grayscale and Color Hue. Pokemon
Red and Blue remake again.
I wouldn't mind that actually,
Yeah,
but with all of the new Pokemon and like a couple of different twists and like story changes. If it was based in Kanto but they had a different story, that would be cool. I wouldn't mind that. I'd be all on board for that because it'd be like, oh, nostalgia, but also holy crap, all this new shit, and that would be cool. Or even if you like start off in Kanto and then you're like, now which country do you want to go to?
I think that would need more dev time. If it's going to come out this year, I don't think it's going to be that.
Yeah, I know. But it would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
I would love that. I want a game like that so bad. Because they did that in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where you could travel back to Kanto, and like everyone loved that. If they could make it, because they've already made a whole bunch. Like it's all on the same engine. Like all the recent ones are all on the same engine. So if they use the same engine again, they could just use the same maps.
I don't think they will use the same engine because it is the Switch, which is so much more powerful than the 3DS.
That's true. But if they did decide they wanted to, they would have all of this potential to make this other game where you could go to Kalos, you could go to Alola, you could go to Germany. Mine Pikachu!
Anyway, I think I am getting a Switch and I am buying Breath of the Wild, Smash, and Pokemon. This will be my first Pokemon game since fucking ever.
Yeah. I'm so keen for a good Pokemon game. Like, I was like, oh yeah, Sun and Moon, but then I was like, everyone talked about it like it was the best thing ever, and every single time I heard something come out of someone's mouth, I'm like, that's just X and Y. They're just doing X and Y again. Why? They're just combined. Well, no, it's not just X and Y. They've combined X and Y with black and white.
Yeah.
That's what they've done. And it's just those two together, and it's just... But without gyms, they've got trials now. Which, whoa, that's so different.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, like, it's different, but I don't like the idea of trials. But I wouldn't mind playing the game still, but I'm salty.
Yeah. Well, I have the luxury of not knowing what's been going on with Pokemon too much. So, basically, from what Shannon was saying the other day, if basically the new one is anything like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, in terms of it's a bit hard, like you actually have to...
Yeah, I wouldn't...
It's a bit challenging, and it's like, it's dynamic and interesting.
I did find I only found one battle in X and Y hard, and that was like a battle just before you got the Mega Stone to use Mega Evolution. Yeah. There's like a Hawlucha that the gym leader had, and it fucking annoyed the shit out of me because he kept on using Body Slam, and it would fuck over all of my Pokemon. And I'm just like, all of my Pokemon are super effective to this. And I just keep on getting fucking destroyed, and especially like I'd get up to my Pikachu and I think it was like Body Slam or like Body Press or something. Yeah, it's a ground type move, and fuck over all my electric type. Yeah. I think I had Pikachu and Ampharos because I was like, I want Mega Ampharos. Fucking idiot. I'm an idiot.
When are you going to get your Switch? Because I think all of us are sold. We just need the money and time.
I guess it'll probably be sometime in May, probably. because I'm yet to get a new job.
Yep.
Then I'll be able to afford it, and then I've also got to get back from Melbourne.
Yeah.
And after that, I'll be able to save up for a Switch, and I'll be able to get one fairly cheap. So
Yeah. I think wait till after E3 for them to maybe announce a price drop or something.
I don't know if they would.
Let's see. Could they...
When's E3?
June, early June.
Okay, I'll just wait then.
Yeah. I would wait until E3, and then you'd be able to see like even the more games that are coming out, and then buy a Switch after that. That's what I'm planning on doing, and then what other games do you want? Smash, Pokemon.
I didn't really want much. Like I mostly just wanted to Switch so I could game on the go because it's the only time I can game.
You can get Skyrim.
No.
Gonna get Doom.
Skyrim 7. No.
I'm
not gonna get any of that. No, never been interested in Doom. I've already got Skyrim on like 3 platforms. So.
Wolfenstein. I'm trying to think third parties.
I'd probably get Wolfenstein on PC.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
I'd play Nintendo games on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
I would never play a port because
yeah.
While the Switch is still an awesome thing and it's a lot more powerful than anything else Nintendo's ever done, I feel like it's still not powerful enough to run games like Skyrim.
They work. They just what they are is just you have the novelty of having it on the go. Whereas Wolfenstein looks gorgeous on PS4 Pros and PCs. Like, and that's kind of where you want a proper controller to do all that with.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna check the time. How much time? We are at an hour. I'm excited.
You
I'm just trying to think. Oh, the other game I want is Octopath Traveler.
What's that?
It used to be called Project Octopath Traveler, working title. Now they just call it Octopath Traveler. It's a Square Enix game. It's basically, from what I've heard, it's basically Final Fantasy VI in terms of gameplay.
Okay, I think you've told me about this actually.
Vaguely, yeah. And I don't know too much about it. I haven't actually looked at the art style. It's Switch exclusive. Some people, podcasters that I listen to, like, before it got its name changed, it's just like, wouldn't it be brilliant if they just announced it as Final Fantasy 16? Because it's basically a proper old school Final Fantasy. It's just not called Final Fantasy. And they could have made it Final Fantasy 16 because each Final Fantasy can be its own thing.
Yeah.
It's like, what if it was just the main line? You just have to buy a Switch now for it. But Square's like, nah. Square wants actual money from their mainline games. But I'll probably get that. Perfect. And I'll probably also get I Am Setsuna, which is a Chrono Trigger homage. It's like $60 on PlayStation 4, and it's an RPG, and RPGs for me feel better on handhelds or emulators. So probably get that on the Switch. Play it on the go or while watching Dragon Ball. So that's my plan with the Switch. I don't know what other games for you.
No, I guess I'd just find things. I mean, like, I don't really buy many games when I buy a console. I don't have much. Yeah. I usually just see things when I really like them, and I've always been one for indie developed stuff anyway.
There's a shit ton of indies on Switch. So
and PS4, which is why I got a PS4.
Sorry?
Rime was good.
Yeah. Rime might be on Switch.
I wouldn't play it again. No. It's an indie game. You know how it's like, oh yeah, that was a story, and it was very sad, but I'm not going to play it again because I know what to expect. That's the whole point of an indie game, is that's why I play it, for the heart-wrenching ending, or the satisfaction.
Yeah.
Night in the Woods was so fucking sad. It was super lighthearted the whole way through, and then like the last couple of days where you played it, because you played it 3 days. Last couple of days you played it, it was just, it was heart wrenching. It was really sad. Best friend you were looking for the whole game ended up being sacrificed to a cult or some shit. It was really weird. There's a cult in it right at the end. You find out there's like half the town is in this cult and is against you, and then like
is it Hot Fuzz?
No, but like you figure out like half this town, like there's so many people and they all live in the town, which means half at least half the people that you've met on your travels through this entire game, where everything was super lighthearted, was actually super evil, and it could even be your parents. Like, you don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Could have been like this really lovely homeless person you met. Could have been the priest. Could have been fucking anyone. And you're just like they don't reveal any of them. They're just like, these people are in the shadows.
That's fine.
And you think you've killed them, but I feel like they've left it open for maybe a night in the woods too.
Okay.
Because you end up collapsing the mine that they're in, where they think their god lives. Where they sacrifice people, like they throw people in to do that. And they want you, as the main character, they want you to join their cult so that you can continue on with the youth. And, like, bring people into the cult and keep doing it so that their town can thrive, because they believe sacrificing to this god makes their town thrive. That's why they're doing it. Because they're like, oh, when we stopped feeding it...
the town went to shit.
The town went to shit, everything died, and everything... Like, everyone left. So they're trying to bring it back again.
I'm worried that's happening in Roma now.
No, but it was really sad. And she was like, fuck you! Like, they swore a lot in that game.
Really?
Yeah, like,
wow.
Like, there's no actual voice acting, but it's all dialogue. And she's an angsty teen. Her whole thing is literally, like, she tried to go to university, but she felt left out, and she felt too dumb, and she dropped out, and then came home, and her parents keep on asking her about it, but she avoids the question. She just wants to hang out with her friends for a little bit before she goes and tells her mum about it, and mum gets really angry with her, and it's like just like a classic, like, oh, I'm an angsty teen and I'm dealing with life after school sort of thing. But at the end you find out all of this shit that's just insane. Like, halfway through the game is where it gets real. Like, there's always a little bit at the start where there's like something's not quite right, but then when you get to this part on Halloween, you see someone get kidnapped and you run after them, and like everyone's in on it. So they want, like, even the cop, which is your auntie, is like, get away from there. No one was there, but she could be a part of the cult. Like, you don't know. No one gets revealed. You don't know who the person was who was most against you either. They're in the shadows. So you don't know who it was. It's real sad. Like I said, you think you killed them.
Yeah.
You
who's to say?
Yeah. You close them all off in a mine, but you don't know. And I feel like they're gonna do something, because the person who they could even do like a time loop or something, because the person who was most against you, like the main bad guy, he comes after you when you go up in the elevator to try to escape, and he runs after you, gets in the elevator as well, and then grabs onto your leg, and then you start kicking and jerking, but everything's really old, and the elevator gets knocked down, which is what closes off the mine shaft, and his arm gets cut off. But at the start of the game you find an arm, and it's never revealed how the arm got there. Yeah, so like that's why I play indie games, because there's always like this shit. And you're like, holy fuck, I'm just playing a game about a cat. Yeah, it's real fucked up. But
how long is Night in the Woods?
it took me 8 days to play through the whole thing, but I played it in very small doses.
Yeah, so. Okay. It sounds like it might be like a 5-hour game or so.
It's also going to be on the Switch. I'd recommend.
I think it is on the Switch already, so yeah.
I would recommend it. Especially on a game like on a platform like the Switch, it would work really well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you don't have to do any like fighting or anything. It's mostly just talking and jumping around. It's real fun, real cool, like really relaxing game to play. There's a couple of times where you get really tense. You're like, holy shit, someone's after me, but not really.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up.
No.
No.
Nah. If you enjoyed this episode, which I did
too.
check out our Dragon Ball discussion video. Be sure to check out our Let's Play of
Love is in a Dangerous Space Time.
I
Because
would
Keena
never-
keeps forgetting the name.
I would never remember it.
Love is in a Dangerous Meme Space.
Memes in space, Kingdom Hearts.
It's fucking a big meme for us. We always meme on that game whenever we play it. Except that one time when we played through the entire second level and then forgot to record audio.
But we died anyway, so... Oh, we did win, yeah. That was fucked
we
up.
eventually did, and then we like checked the audio and we're like, oh, we didn't hit record. So have fun not watching that one. Watch our next episode where we play level 3. Not much happened anyway, so...
We haven't recorded that.
We'll play it. We'll play it again.
Yeah, we will, but...
It'll get to a point.
If you have any questions for the show, please comment below or email us at amalgamshow@gmail.com. If you enjoy this, click the like button. It's right
It's
there. I'm going to say it's there. And subscribe, which is there.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We
Who's
need
to
like
say?
buttons on the desk so we can be like there.
We should get like a big like button. No, it's good.
We should just get like one of those red circles so we can do automatic clickbait titles. Red circle and an arrow. Is Keena gonna shave?
I've been thinking about it. And then hit the bell, please.
To join the notification squad. Oh, I want to do one of those so bad. Like, I want to record one of those things where it's like, you know, like anime live reactions. Have you ever seen one of his videos? Right at the start, he's like, "What's up, everybody?" I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to rip him off, but basically he says his name and then he's like, and then it goes into like this little transition. He's like, "Hit the bell to become a part of the notification squad. Leave a like on the video." And it's like, oh yeah, all right.
A lot of YouTubers do that, and they are successful. Maybe we should.
I find it so cheesy though.
No, it is. It's
So
ridiculous.
fucking cheesy.
Anyway, if you like cheese, have some cheese.
Join the notification squad.
And until next time, catch you guys later.
Hit that bell.
Bye.